Hey there, folks. I am the Mighty Plantain, and, I love Shipyard Brewing Company, and I love their Pumpkinhead beer, which comes out in the fall every year. So I was thrilled, so thrilled, when in the beginning of August I saw Pumpkinhead. Oh, hard seltzer. What the fuck? Okay. Now, I know that a lot of local breweries, at least in Maine, and probably the rest of the country, I'm assuming, guys, tell me if this is going on, but local breweries are switching to hard seltzer, not switching to, or that they're complementing their beer lineup with hard seltzer. I assume because it's an easy product to produce. They just throw some flavoring into seltzer water and call it good. Flavoring and fucking alcohol, grain alcohol maybe, or maybe they use yeast to produce the alcohol in the hard seltzer using nutrient tablets, because when you do homebrew of hard seltzer, I know this only because I've come across the kits, all you're basically doing is taking water, adding yeast, and giving it nutrients and flavoring. So anyway, whatever method the local breweries are using, a lot of local breweries are complementing their beer lineups with hard seltzer because I guess it's an easy transition to make and there's a lot of demand for this stuff. But most of the time I'm seeing fruity flavors of hard seltzer. This is the first time I've actually seen a pumpkin flavored hard seltzer. So, all right, 2 grams of sugar, 110 calories, and 2 grams of carbs. So this is another reason why seltzers are taking off. They are a healthier option than a lot of beers. 110 calories puts this at 10 calories over what the usual target for hard seltzers at 12 ounces are. Most folks are bring them in at 100. But you know what? If it tastes like Pumpkinhead beer, I'll take the extra 10 calories. 2 grams of sugar, that's probably the 10 calories. I don't know. I'm not doing the math right now. And also the 2 grams of carbs. Because usually you've got 100 calories, 0 sugars, and 0 carbs in these things. So again, I'm assuming that the 10 calories are the 2 grams of sugar, which equate to 2 grams of carbs, but I'm not a nutritionist, so... Well, I took one nutrition class in college, but it was animal-based, but it still covered the basic science. Hit me up down below with the math, the real math, and tell me if I'm right or wrong, or how close I got, or how much of an idiot I am, either way. 5% ABV, which is actually about the same for most seltzers. I think some try to come in at only 4%, but 5% is not bad. So, alright, bubbly, crispy, pumpkin E. And they did slightly alter the Pumpkinhead logo. The horse usually isn't all green like that. Serving size, 1 can, 355 ml or 12 ounces, 110 calories, total fat 0 grams, sodium 10 milligrams, so there's a little bit of sodium in there, but statistically 0% of your daily allowance, so whatever. 2 grams of carbs, total sugars 2 grams, included 2 grams added sugars. Okay, so they did add some sugar to it. Maybe it was a yeast nutrient or whatever. Contains alcohol, blah, 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 blah. Shipyard Brewing Company, Detroit, what? Brewed by Shipyard Brewing Company, Detroit, Michigan. Please tell me that it's just the seltzer that's brewed in Detroit, Michigan. If you guys moved your fucking beer operation to Detroit, Michigan, you no longer get to call yourselves a local beer company. I'm going to have to look into your fucking beers now. Not going to lie, folks, I'm feeling slightly betrayed here. But again, they've got a beer label here. I've got to check Shipyard's beers now. Holy shit. Brewed by Shipyard Brewing Company, Detroit, Michigan. Man. If you're claiming to be a local Maine brewery and your beers are coming out of Detroit, Michigan as well, that's... wow. I'm going to make a big stink about that. I hope it's just the seltzer that's coming out of Detroit. Again, I'm going to look into that. Ingredients: filtered water, cold fermented, neutral sugar base, sucrose, beet sugar, natural flavor. Okay, so the sugar's just there to provide nutrients for the fucking yeast. Detroit, Michigan. Again, I hope it's just the fucking seltzer that's coming out of Detroit. I really do. I've got to look into that because, wow. If Shipyard beer is coming from Detroit, Michigan, I am going to lose my fucking mind. But I'm not going to jump to conclusions right now. I'm going to assume it's just the seltzer. I'm getting a bready aroma from back here. And there's the crisp, watery aroma. But even from back here, I was getting like a bready, yeasty aroma. And now just a crisp, like a spring rain off warm pavement aroma. I can see that kind of cloudy, but I'm going to go ahead and... Wow, that is probably the cloudiest seltzer, hard seltzer I've seen. Got a lot of bubbles. It's very bubbly, but it's not forming a head, which is pretty typical of hard seltzer. But cloudier than what I'm used to seeing. And I did wipe off the glass. You saw me doing this thing. That wasn't just me like doing some sort of tactile thing. I was literally trying to wipe off the glass. But that's not condensation. That's actual cloudiness in the seltzer. As I come up over the glass to get the aroma, I'm still getting like a freshly baked bread aroma. It smells like a fucking bakery. I don't know, a lot of big bakeries in Detroit. That's going to stick with me. I'm going to be pissed about that for a long time, folks. I really hope that it's just the seltzer that's made in Detroit. Okay. Up front, I'm getting the typical crisp, watery seltzer flavor. I mean, it just tastes like fucking water, really. At first, once that fades and that crispness and that like spring rain flavor, I mentioned the spring rain aroma, spring rain flavor, there is a slight hint of pulpy, pumpkiny flavor. I'm not getting sweetness. I'm not getting pumpkin pie spice. I'm equating this to pumpkin beers, which is a mistake because this is a hard seltzer. There is a slight pumpkiny flavor that comes in the aftertaste. The finish and then the aftertaste. It's got a little bit of a roasty character to it, but it's mostly reminiscent of the smell of pumpkin guts. So if you can imagine, you just took the lid off of pumpkin and you're about to carve a jack-o'-lantern, but you gotta scoop all them guts out first, them guts and seeds. The aroma of that fresh, watery pumpkin pulp and seed mass, if you were to grab a mouthful of it and just chow down on that fucking shit without baking it, without distilling it, without turning it into canned pumpkin, just grabbing that big watery massive handful of stringy pumpkin guts and chewing on it, that's the kind of pumpkin flavor that I'm getting in the finish of this. with a hint of roastiness and maybe some fall leaves in there. It's not bad. Don't get me wrong there. I don't find it distasteful. I don't find it undrinkable. It's smooth, light. It's going down pretty fucking fast. But ooh, the burps are kind of nasty. But I'm gonna say this: it's different from other hard seltzers in that it's not fruity. It's pumpkiny. Pumpkin is a fruit, if you really want to get technical about it. So are cucumbers and half the vegetables that we eat. If it's not a leaf, it's a fruit. Seriously, if it's got seeds in it, it's a fruit. Look it up, I'm not wrong. So, pardon. So I don't find it distasteful. I'm not... Hiccups. Hiccups are trying to come through here. I'm going to try and tamp them down. I'm not hating it. I'm not disliking it. I'm just not a huge fan. It's as smooth and easy drinking as any seltzer. It does have the distinction of not being fruity, but yet having some pumpkin flavor to it. It's getting points for being Shipyard stuff and having the Pumpkinhead name on it, but it's losing points for being made in fucking Detroit. Wait. Yeah. Fucking Detroit, Michigan instead of Maine. Again, I gotta look up those fucking beers. I hope the Shipyard beers are not made in Detroit, Michigan now, because I will be very disappointed. Anyway, at least a local company is profiting from the sale of it. I hope. Unless Shipyard move their operations to fucking Detroit too. Anyway, that's for me to do independent research on later. This particular item. Overall, I've got to give this a 3 out of 5. Now, bear in mind on a scale of 1 to 5, a 2.5 is average, and I think I've given a lot of hard seltzers a 2.5 because for me personally, they're just not that great. They're okay, but they always have that bitter seltzer water taste to them, which this actually does have in a slightly less so manner than some of the others. But it distinguishes itself by being different and not having fruity flavors, but yet a pumpkin-y flavor. So it's gaining a little extra points for that. Also, it's a Shipyard product, so, you know, as long as they are still local and not fucking based out of Detroit, I gotta favor them. But yeah, it's a 3 out of 5, so it's a slightly above average in comparison to anything else I drink, like liquor, beer, or other hard ciders. So, hard seltzers. Anyway. But that's just my opinion. Hit me up down below. In the comments, the email link. Love to hear what you have to say. While you're down there, don't forget to like and share the video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, and also recognize that I may be a little crabby because we're looking at a Pumpkinhead product before August is even over. For me, the pumpkin beers, the fall stuff, should happen in October when we start Oktoberfest. I'll even accept September, but for fucking August, this stuff was out and they were advertising it at the beginning of August. It's August 20th today. I know I mentioned that at the top of the video. I'm just dropping it in there again. But I saw advertisements for this 2 weeks ago. And the beginning of August is way too fucking early for fall shit. Especially when I had to turn off the air conditioner tonight in order to avoid the sound on the video. because it's fucking 90. It's not 90 out there, but it's definitely higher than 74. I keep the AC at 74, so I don't know what it's like out there, but it's at least 80. Alright, that's enough rambling. Like, share, and subscribe. Till next time, folks. Thanks for tuning in. I hope the fuck Shipyard's other operations aren't coming out of Detroit fucking Michigan. They better still be based in Maine. Cheers.